Hey everybody, what's up? It's NihonTiger. Welcome back to my Crackpack world. This is my second attempt at recording this. The first time I tried to do this, the power went out and I lost like everything I was working on. So yay! Progress being halted. So I'm just checking to make sure everything's good. Anyways, what are we up to right now? Well, today we're going to be doing some good old immersive engineering stuff, and to do that we need two things in particular. Go away, bricks. Actually, you can go in here for now. You'll see what this is for in just a moment. Here we go. And we'll make 3 and 3 of those. So the recipe for this is the engineer's manual, by the way. This is the book that is your guide to immersive engineering. It's just a book and a lever. And this is what we're going to be working on today, like some super basic IE stuff leading up to hopefully our first IE power source. So, once you get that all settled and done, you can go ahead and actually, you know what, real quick, I want to show this off. This is a small filter I made with my with the iron transport pipes. So the way this works, and the reason why this stuff isn't filtering into here, each of these transport pipes, if you see a grayed out area on here, and we use the wrench to click on that. And you can use the wrench to change them. If you have a little grayed out spot here, what that means is items do not pass that direction through that pipe. So what I've set up essentially is a one-way pipe that pipes from here to here. And if I went ahead and switch that, I think that item may go through. Yeah, that item's going to go through, but that one goes down. If I switch that back, that item's going to go down. There's just a little bit of lag on that. That item will now go through. So I can click and change this with my Buildcraft wrench and get everything into either the chest if I want the raw material, like the sand, or if I want it cooked and turn it into glass, I can just flip-flop these things around. And it works really well. There's more advanced filters and stuff you can make, but this is just a super basic one. So, back to immersive engineering. Let's take a look inside the book. Take a look. It's in the book. So the introduction to immersive engineering. It's a guide to setting up all the new machines and functions the mod has to offer. Immersive engineering is built around the concept of retrofuturistic generation of transfer of energy. It's got RF energy. Tells you how things transmit, so you need wires, relays, transformers, like you're setting up actual power. This is the most important thing, which is making the engineer's hammer. We found ours, but if you have to make one, it's 2 sticks, some string, and some iron ingots. That's how that's used. It's used for to form multi-blocks like the coke oven and blast furnace, crushing ores into dust, hammering ingots into plates, or configuring blocks like wooden posts. So speaking of that, just real quick here, ores, you're not going to use the ore stuff here, bauxite, lead, silver. I think these are all transformed into ores through other mods, so they won't actually appear in this manner in this mod pack. Ore processing, if you take a hammer and a ore and gravel ore and a hammer and you put it in your crafting grid, this is what you get. You can't do the same thing for metal plates, except it's an ingot in your hammer and you get a metal plate. These are actually useful. We can use a metal press later, which we'll make in the future once we have power set up to handle these. Alloys, there's a couple of quick alloys. Constantan, which is copper and ferrous metal or nickel, and then electrum, which is gold and silver. These are going to be used in the constantans used in thermoelectric generators, and electrum is an excellent conductor used in medium voltage architecture, which we'll get to that in a little bit too. Industrial hemp, that's used to make tough fabric as well as for biodiesel, and you get that by breaking tall grass. So you can see 8 industrial hemp fibers plus a stick equals tough fabric for improved windmills and balloons. We're going to be making the basic windmill right now. But what we're working on, and we're making all those blocks, all those sand parts for, is a coke oven. So the coke oven is the first important machine you will need to create in order to proceed with immersive engineering. It will heat up coal or blocks of coal without supplying it with oxygen, creating coal coke, a carbon-rich fuel. And this is actually really important because that's going to be used for a lot of fuel things in the future, especially with IE. It also makes creosote oil, which is used as a preservative for wood, for treated wood. And treated wood goes into a lot of things. It's going to go into making wooden posts for the wiring. It's going to go into making the windmill blades. So it's very important that we do that. And to make a coke oven, we need these coke bricks, which are 4 bricks, 4 clay, and sandstone in the middle. And you got to arrange them in a 3x3x3 cube, and you right-click on one of the side center blocks with the engineer's hammer. So there's a nice little diagram, and this is really cool that the mod makers have included a diagram here showing you how to build it in case you don't know how to do it. And it'll kind of walk you through all the steps. So power wires and generators as well, basic wiring. So in low and medium voltage systems, copper and electron wires, connectors and relays are the same block, but high voltage connectors will only ever accept one wire. So making connectors, relays, transformers are very important. So to make some basic wiring, we need some copper ingots, a stick, to get some low voltage wire coil, and then you can kind of just wire it here with various connectors. There's a couple of ideas. Make connectors here. These are very important too. 4 hardened clay and some copper ingots. Makes 8 of them. And then a LV capacitor is a good way to store energy. So we'll want to make one of those too. And that is just ingots, iron ingots, copper ingots, lead, and the treated wood planks, which we are busy going to be making soon. Some redstone. And it's also a transformer. Transformers allow you to transition between different types of wire. So we don't need to worry about this quite yet, but we will need to wire cutters. We probably want to make some of those as well. The voltmeter, I want to make one of those at some point. So there's a lot of things that we have to make. And as far as power generation, we have to make a kinetic dynamo. We need to make the windmill blades to attach to the kinetic dynamo. So lots of stuff to worry about, lots of stuff to think about. We're going to start with that coke oven because that's really, really important to get done. So we'll go ahead and grab these out. How many more blocks do I need? I need 9, I think. So I've already started on this. Like I said, the power went out on me, so I had some progress started. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 more. Okay. I think, let me count 1. Yeah, 1 and 6. It's 7. Okay. So we're going to make 7 more of these. So we need 4. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Put those in there. Oh, go in there. Sand can go in here. Just excess. That's excess. So we'll need to get some more clay. We'll get that all started. We'll get the hammer going. And we'll get to work soon on the windmill. Alright, so here we are at our wonderful crafting station. I've got all of the LV wire coils I think I need set up. We've got that to make our copper wire coil. And we'll go ahead and pop that in there, and that will make our kinetic dynamo. So we're good on that. Now down here, we've completed our coke brick oven. We've also got one of these basic fluid tanks that we've made from a mechanism. So it's just iron and redstone in this pattern, and we're going to use that to hold, I think, some of the creosote oil that we're going to need. And hey, look at that coke oven. There we go. So if we go ahead and let's put some coal in here, that will burn down over time. So 1600 ticks, and this is important because this will allow us to make. Let's see here. I just want to take a look at the treated wood. Make sure that there's not another way to make it that's cheaper. Treated wood sticks, so treated wood planks, creosote, bucket of creosote oil, makes 8 of those. So the bottle is actually probably the easier way to do that, because that's going to take, it's not going to take a whole thing. So, oh, you can also make slabs out of it. Okay, that's cool. So that's going to do its thing. And the creosote oil will go into this tank here once it's all cooked out. And this is where the coal will go. And so once we get enough of that, we'll be able to probably transfer it over into that tank. Do I have bottles? That's good. I think the bottles will just, they don't craft up. So we should be good to go on that. We'll make some planks. so we can make some sticks in the moment here once we have enough oil. Our bucket, our dynamo, and let's go ahead and we will very quickly, can we move it with the, okay, so it's the pickaxe, right? Yes. Grab the pickaxe and we'll put our carpenter back here. And let me take a look real quick here and see if we can, oh, actually it's shaped crafting. We don't have to use the carpenter. Huh, okay. Can we use the carpenter for that? We can. I guess I'm used to using the carpenter in Terraforma Punk. So let's see how this is going. Oh, we do have 500 millibuckets. Can we put? Nope, can't do that. Can't do that yet. Coal coke is done though. I think that's gonna tick down a little bit more. So it looks like each charcoal or coal will give you one coal coke. So burn time 3200 ticks, so it doubles the amount of burn time for the coal, and it also gives you 500 micro buckets of creosote oil for every single one of those that it completes. So if we let them do their thing, we should have quite a bit of creosote oil. We'll get that out, and then we'll get to work on making the windmill blades. Okay, so actually in the meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick. There was an idea from, I believe Flyby had suggested making one different recipe for each episode from Pam's Harvest Craft. I really like that idea. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a recipe here for extreme chili. So chili requires, as you might have guessed, a meat, beans, and either a pepper, a chili pepper, or an onion. So generally what goes into a actual bowl of chili. Now the extreme chili takes a little extra step to get to. So for this, we can go ahead and use the soybean, put that in the presser, let that get down to firm tofu. Any meat will work as well. I kind of like using the tofu just because soybean is easily more growable. So we got our firm tofu. The soy milk can go in the proper receptacle. It's soy milk in here. Soy milk's in there. Okay. So what we're gonna do is take our pot, put it in one corner, the tofu, so that is boiled egg. Okay, so you can make boiled egg doing that. The beans, and we'll take a bell pepper, and that gives us chili. So there we go. Make ourselves a little chili. But the extreme portion of it comes from the fact that we're going to add a little more spice to it. So the only way to do that is with a chili pepper. And now we've got extreme chili. Oh, and we've got an empty slot here so we can actually eat our extreme chili. Oh, we're not breathing fire. Oh, man. I thought maybe we would explode into flame. Dang it. Well, it was worth a shot, but it's still pretty tasty, right? Okay, so I did some testing here, and the bottles of creosote oil and the buckets of creosote oil are both 1,000 millibuckets. So there's not much of a difference here, and that one's going to be done too. So if I put a glass bottle in here, is that, when that fills up, will that fill that up, or do I have to use a bucket? Nope. Okay, that fills up too. All right, so that was good to know. I actually, you know what? I can actually go ahead and put the other two bottles in there. That is nice to know. So we're going to go back up to our crafting station, and sticks, come on out. Make some planks. Those can go in there. So here we go. Get some treated wood going on. Sweet. And the recipe for these is 4 sticks and 3 treated wood planks, which we've already got those. So 1, 2, 3. Let's see here. Can we make, so 3, 4. That's that. So 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So 1, 2. So we are a couple short. Go ahead and craft those up. 2 blades. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more will do the trick. So I guess we'll just do one more load of creosote oil. That's going to take a while to do, but at least we got somewhere to store the excess as well. So I'm quite happy about that. But now what we'll do is we'll take this, and we need one of those, and 1, 2, and we'll put 2 more on that side, and that will be our blade. And while we're working on it, what else do we need to make? Oh, we need to make the transponder thingies, don't we? The whatever they're called. Oh, the little receptor thingies. Oh, we don't want that many, but we'll take let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. And we'll cook those up, and we'll make those into hardened clay real quick here. So while we're waiting for that, I'm gonna go ahead and make some of these blocks. These are scaffolding blocks from Open Blocks, and we're gonna use those to kind of set up where we want the windmill to be. So I think we want the windmill to be back here, like in this empty spot. So we'll go ahead and do that. And there we go. That should be high enough. 5 off the ground. These are fairly high structures, so it's important to remember that when constructing them. The blades do extend outward, and they do, as I said, take up quite a bit of space. So we're going to use the scaffolding as just like a temporary kind of thing. And I'll actually break that top block and pop the kinetic dynamo on top there. So there we go. I've got myself trapped up here. This is not advisable, children. Alright, so those are the last 2 blades. Those are done. Windmill blades are all set. Did I put... Did this go in there? Oh, yeah, they're right here. Okay. Thank goodness. I got scared for a moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And what is the rest of the recipe? Power generation. So it's under wiring, isn't it? Let's see here. Powers, wires, and generators. Basic wiring. So our connectors are just 3 of the copper in the middle. So we won't need too many connectors because we're good to go on that. We also want to make, let's see here, we do want to make a capacitor just in case we want some energy stored. So we want that. And let's see some redstone. We have the treated wood planks, thank goodness. So 1, 2, I think the redstone goes down here. That goes there. Copper ingots go here. And iron on top. Hey, there we go. Low voltage capacitor. So we'll have to upgrade these things as our wattage goes up, because the machines are not meant to... They're not meant to take... Oh, hello there. They're not meant to take a lot... Nope, you don't get to come outside. They're not meant to take like a ton of power. So let me see here. I just want to break through my wall real quick here and see if I can remember. Okay, so the power is actually gonna... You know what? We can have the power come right through here. So let's put the capacitor there. Go ahead and put that back on top here. I've never played with the capacitors and stuff before, so I really don't have any idea what I'm doing. And this could be quite disastrous if it turns out wrong. Looks like these blocks keep breaking, so that's a problem. I don't know why those break, but might be worth investigating to see if there's some kind of issue. All right, see if I can get up here. 3, 4. And put the windmill on the dynamo. Hey, there we go. Windmill for the land. There we go. That's all we need. And the windmill is going, and the scaffold blocks keep breaking. So we'll just deal with it as it happens. But as you can see, the windmill does take up. It does have quite a bit of space with the blades. Don't worry, the blades will not hit you and kill you. You know, a little unrealistic there, but I guess we pick and choose our battles, don't we? So we'll go ahead and see if we can wire this up to have the energy from the Connect Dynamo pop out. I'm just gonna put that wood plank there. You know what? Screw it. Open block scaffolding. You want to disappoint me? Okay, so that's our wire connector, and can we link that over to here? Oh, we need a wire connector as well. Hey, there we go. So now we've got should have eventually capacitor going into here. So now the question is figuring out, why is this not... The big question, why is this not outputting? So it's got 256 is connected here to here. Why is that not outputting? So that capacitor, those are just different capacitors. Transformers to wooden poles, wire cutters, voltmeter. Let's see here. Measure connections. Maybe we should... Could we invest in one of those? Maybe we need to invest in one of those to see if there's a reason why things are not transferring over here. Because this should be transferring in through the wire connector. Huh, maybe... Oh, jeez. All these blocks keep breaking. Please. Okie doke. So I have figured out what my problem was. It was just the wire was extended too far. And because of that, it was not transferring the power enough. So that's actually not... Is there a side I can put this on where the... Okay, there we go. That's the output side. I have to learn all these things because there's a video I saw. It says, oh, you can just put them anywhere. Well, not so much. You can't just put them anywhere. Some places require specific wiring to be done in specific order. So it looks like it's going to not be far enough. I might need a second, second one up here, just to kind of bridge the gap. So if we do, nope, wrong block. I swear, if this thing wasn't attached to my hotbar, I might lose it. So 256 out. And we can attach that one to that one. Is that too far? Is that the okay, so that's got 256 going out. Well, this might require some more thought and consideration than I expected. It seems like there's some feedback in the system that I wasn't quite expecting, but the good news is I do have the generator up and running. Yay! So it is generating out quite a bit of capacity here, so an extra 100,000 RF. I may switch that to an MV sooner rather than later to get that to come over here to the machines. So there's 100,000 redstone flux ticks in there, and that's a lot of energy. Just to come here, chickens. Anyway, so just to kind of keep that as a comparison to the steam engine we've got. The steam engine is outputting, I believe, 200,000 into the lodestone. Let's see here if I can bust that real quick. 400,000. So 4 of those capacitors equals 1 of these bad boys, lodestone energy. So let's take a look at the MV real quick here. Let's see what that is. MV, transformer, capacitor. I don't know how much. Okay, that stores up to 2 of these, so that's actually probably even more efficient. And what is the recipe for that? Okay, so that requires electrum and lead, colored block of redstone. Okay, just I guess a block of redstone. Huh. So maybe we can make that because electrum's not too hard to make, but we'll save that for next time. We want to get in some of the advanced stuff next time here. So we've got our coke oven going, making cold coke. We've got our very first windmill going, supplying energy to this low voltage capacitor at the moment, and we will get that working. I'm sure we might even turn this into a improved windmill once we get some hemp seeds. And that's the issue. We haven't got any hemp seeds yet, so we'll work on that. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Hope you've enjoyed this episode. And next time, more immersive engineering stuff. But until then, good luck, good mining, have fun. I'll see you next time here on the ye old Crackpack.